Hi there, Monique Zinn here with Zinn Insurance. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to talk to you more about advanced terminology in the world of insurance. Because it can't get more confusing, I'm going to give you some basic terms for you to learn so that you can better navigate your insurance. So today let's talk about some of the things kind of in alphabetical order. First one I want to talk to you about is called allowed amount. So that's the maximum that a provider can charge you for a particular service that's done inside the doctor's office, or what they call a negotiated fee. The allowed amount is X. So as an example, if I went into a provider's office and they checked me for, say, I had tonsillitis as an example, the allowed amount is based upon where I live, the geographic code, as well as what the charge can be. So the allowed amount is based upon codes that the American Medical Association puts out for doctors on what they can charge. Think of it kind of like the Kelly Blue Book for charging for medical procedures. So the allowed amount says, hey, I can only charge you maybe $25 to go get that test. The doctor charges more than that. He charges $50 for his test. If you have insurance, he can't charge anything past that allowed amount. If I don't have insurance and I'm paying cash for it, I may not be able to do any types of negotiation. So that's what we call an allowed amount. The next one we want to talk about is called balanced billing. We go to the doctor, we pay a copay, and we think we're done with our medical service. But then in a short 30 days later, we get a sneaky little bill that says you owe an additional amount of insurance. That's what they call balanced billing. What that means is that the medical provider has charged for a service. You've given them your insurance card. The insurance says we're going to pay so much of that bill, and then you potentially could pay some additional cost of the service that you had provided. That does not include a copay. So really what you look at when it comes to balanced billing is, what did I get done? Did I have a copay for that data service? And what other things did they do inside that doctor's office that could potentially say that I'm being balance billed for? Typically, balance billing says I owe an additional amount for that medical provider, but it will be applied towards my deductible, okay? If you have a question or concern, it's always good to reach out to us at Zinn Insurance or call the insurance provider and ask them, do I really owe this or not? Because errors happen, humans make mistakes. It's always good to double check your bill and not just blindly pay. All right, let's talk. The next thing we're going to talk about is called DME, which is durable medical equipment. That is often in your insurance programs. So people think of, what the heck is DME? Give you an example. Durable medical equipment is a medical device that a medical provider gives to you for your course of care. Durable medical equipment can include crutches, wheelchairs, back braces, oxygen, medical beds, plus a lot more. Most of the time, you can't go to places such as Walmart or Target to go buy a pair of crutches and the insurance to cover it. So if the doctor physically gives you your crutches or sends you to a durable medical equipment facility to pick that up, that's typically covered under your insurance. But you are subject to making payments either towards your deductible or a copay. So it's important for you to check where durable medical equipment is covered and how it is covered. Okay, let's talk about the next thing on our thing is what's called emergency room versus urgent care. So that can be very confusing. There are different types of care that you can receive depending on how difficult or how emergent your situation can be. So the first one we're going to talk about is urgent care. So an urgent care facility typically is going to be a lower charge. Some urgent care facilities, what they usually do is they don't have complex medical imaging, such as like an MRI, a CT, or a PET scan that's associated at their facility. You're typically going to see a medical provider or a PA to take care of some of your acute stuff. Cold, cough, flu, I've got a funky rash, I might have a broken arm. They typically have set hours, or even some urgent care facilities have 24 hours. Then you have what's called the emergency room. And the emergency room is exactly what it sounds like. It is typically connected to a hospital or is a freestanding facility that can provide you with more advanced care. It can cover needing a CT, a PET scan, or MRI, or if it's critical enough, you go from the emergency room directed into the hospital. Please note that emergency rooms do take longer for care unless you are critical. They're going to get you to the beginning of the line. So you really don't want to go to the emergency room for cold or sniffles. You want to reach out to either your primary care physician or go to an urgent care facility. Now, the next one, because of COVID, has shown us what's called telemedicine. So telemedicine is kind of really broken down into two categories. So telemedicine is where you have built into your insurance, or most insurance plans have a telemedicine benefit where you download an app or you can call an 800 number to speak to a live medical physician or a telemental health in the event that you need basics for medical, where you can be treated morning, noon, or night, at home, at work, or while you're away on travel, usually within the United States. You call and talk to someone, you tell them what your symptoms are. They can either prescribe a medication, send it to your local pharmacy, or tell you, nope, I really can't treat you. You need to seek medical care at an urgent care or emergency room from there. Now, telehealth, which is where you have an established relationship with your doctor. Good example was during COVID. Doctors were doing telehealth visits because I have a relationship with that doctor. I could be charged typically a copay to have that service with that physician, whether it be a primary or a specialist. Once again, you want to check your insurance benefits to see how that telehealth benefit is going to be covered. Now, another term we're going to talk about is called habilitation services. So what is the difference between habilitation and rehabilitation? So habilitation services are really services to help keep a person improve skills and functioning for daily living. Examples of therapies are like this are for things for like walking or talking at an expected age, whether you're having problems as a child or if you are an older person or an accident has occurred. These services may include physical, occupational, speech therapy, pathology, other services for people with disabilities in a variety of both in or outpatient situations. Rehabilitative services, on the other hand, are physical, occupational, speech therapy, and cognitive therapy. So those are things that are designed to get you back onto the road of recovery. Depending on what your insurance is, most of those services are covered, but it depends. You really need to look at your summary of benefits, or what we call an SBC, to get the nitty-gritty of that information. Once again, it's good to either reach out to your broker, call the 800 number on your back of your ID card, or look at the SBC through the insurance carrier website in order to get the nitty-gritty on that information. The last one we're going to talk about is skilled nursing. So skilled nursing is different than going to a hospital. So you have an inpatient and you have outpatient hospitalization. Then you have what's called a step down. It's called skilled nursing. In the event I can't stay at the hospital, but I am too sick to go home, you have what's called a skilled nursing facility. This is typically an inpatient situation where you do stay. You still need 24-hour care, but you don't need the level of care like you do in a hospital. A lot of times skilled nursing, as an example in Texas, is what they call like a warm springs. It's a rehabilitative. I'm either coming out of a hospital post an accident or an illness, and I still need care to continue on before I get to go home. So here are some of the basic terms. I hope you found this information really valuable. If you have more questions or concerns, please reach out to Zen Insurance or check out our website for more videos to make you a better consumer and learning how to navigate the crazy world of insurance. I'm Monique Zen, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.